Oh, hi. This is a video about signed numbers, and this is a little calculator system I made, and it could be used to calculate um, a result of a signed number, addition. So it's like a slide rule in a way type of device, except that I don't have the like a window with a line on it. They can move, and line things up that way. So I'll zoom in here. This is the whole number line right here. Reference values. So that's your starting value that you're going to add or combine it with a signed number. Of course, you can extend. Any values to the right are greater. Any values to the left are less than a lesser value. I could have put sign numbers here like -1, -2, but I wanted to keep it simple because people, they don't start out that way learning. But technically you could put sign numbers here too, starting at -1, -2. Okay. And here's on this bottom one, your sign number line, and it's also called your change or difference values. That's your change or difference from your reference value. Okay, so let's say you start with 7 right here, and then you line up the change. So if there's so you line up the reference value with 7, the 0. So there's no change. So if your change is 1, an increase, there's your result right there. You get 8. So if this was a slider, it would be, you can move this or this slide rule here, but you could just use 2 pieces of roll or paper. If the change was 2 from 7, it would 1, 2, and there's your result, 9. If your change was -1 from 7, the result is 6. So that means 7 plus -1 is 6. 7 plus -2 is 5. Okay. Okay. And that's about it for that. But it would be good to, if you want, make a better, so the results can actually be -2. So, for example, we've all heard of temperatures can go down to 0, but they can also go below 0. Like if it's 1 degree less, it's -1 in temperature. All right, so you get less than 0. So so you had a temperature of 7 and it went 2 degrees colder, your result is 5. So a way of saying 2 degrees colder is mathematically is saying -2. 2 degrees hotter would be 9. So you line up your 0 change or difference value with your reference value. If the reference value was 3 and you added 2, 1, 2, you would have result of 5 lines up. If you your number is 3 and something decreased by 2, that would be a -2, and then the result is 1. If your value was say -1, that was your starting value, and subtract 1, you would have 0, or subtracting 1 is the same as adding -1, or combining -1. It's like you're combining, say you have a glass of water that's hot and a glass of water that's cool, and you combine them, but the temperature result is actually less. So it's kind of like that. It's more water, but it's actually less. The temperature is less. So if you had a water temperature of 5, well, just skip that for now. It's gonna get too complicated. So if your reference value was 0, I'll show you this here, and you subtract 1, well, the result would be -1. So I just didn't put the negative numbers up here. Just tried to make it simple. So, okay, thank you.